Joe Vodvarka here, liveweatherblogs.com. It's Thursday morning, April 7th, and this morning we got a few showers still left behind from this weak system that passed by to our north. A couple may try and work their way into our area. It's not going to do much, and if anything, they will fall apart as they're trying to come here. You can see a couple actually trying to develop along the Jersey coast. I'm not really impressed with it. It's all part of a long boundary that stretches back into the Midwest, and it's now sliding southeastward. Let's take a look at the latest water vapor loop this morning. As you can see on water vapor, there's the boundary right up here, just north of the Pennsylvania-New York state borderline. Then it trails all the way back in here into the Midwest, and as you can see here, what we have is another system that's starting to come out of Texas. It's starting to gather moisture. It may try and gather a little bit of Gulf moisture. It's not really going to be a big deal to us. Earlier on, the models made it look like it might have been a bigger deal to us. Now it's looking like it's going to be sliding south of the area, not as far north as originally expected. And let's take a look at what the NAM had last night. Let's go to 60-hour precipitation. As you can see here, most of the precipitation from this is staying mainly to our south. We may be able to squeeze out a few showers. The RUC currently is putting this out to be more north. I can't see that happening. I really see this mainly staying to our south. If you're in the DC area or even back into Ohio, you could be looking at a good dose of rain. You could anywhere from half an inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain. Now for temperatures today, what I am thinking is temperatures are going to struggle to get above the mid-50s. I'm thinking anywhere from 56 to 58 degrees. That seems to be reasonable. Tomorrow, temperatures are not even going to make it to the mid-50s because the clouds, we will have to deal with the clouds. We may not see the precipitation from this system, but we will see the clouds. And what that will do is that will keep us in the low 50s for tomorrow. I'm thinking right around 53 tomorrow for a high. A few lucky folks actually just to the north of here may get 54, 55 if you happen to see some more sunshine. South of here, where it will be raining, 51 to 53, that's about as high as you will get. The rain will not move in to the southern areas till tomorrow evening. So for the most part, tomorrow will be dry. Tomorrow evening, that's when the rain and shower chance moves in. Saturday, we still run at the slight risk of a sprinkle in the morning because this boundary is eventually going to lift back north. And what that will do is that will warm us up for Saturday. So Saturday we will start off cloudy, and then we will warm up in the afternoon. As the sun comes out, we will actually get up to 60 degrees Saturday. It's not till Sunday when we really warm up. Sunday we will warm up to about 70 degrees. We will have plenty of sunshine Sunday. I know the National Weather Service is thinking that there's going to be a shower chance. I just don't see it happening. If there is going to be one, it's going to be Sunday night into Monday, as a secondary warm front may try and slide north. And what that will do is that will really warm us up for Monday. Now I want to talk about Monday, because Monday brings up a couple interesting things. One, we're going to have an area of low pressure that's going to be coming across the Midwest and then going across the Great Lakes. Unlike the last system, this system is really going to be moisture starved. I do not see it being a big deal as thunderstorm wise. You can see GFS is putting out a thunderstorm chance. Yes, thunderstorms could happen, but look at the timing here. 0 UTC Tuesday, which would be Monday evening, Monday night time frame, right around 9 o'clock. I'm not seeing there being a big chance for thunderstorms for one of several reasons. Number one, the timing's not great. I mean, this time of year you're going to need it to be perfect timing. And unlike the last system, we're not going to have the lower level shear that we had. I mean, that lower level shear that we had with the last system, Monday morning, that was very impressive. I mean, the environment just became unstable very quickly. That was not expected to happen. I expected it to happen, but it was really not forecasted to happen the way it did. I mean, it triggered the most reports that ever occurred in one single day. I think the final count was 1,373 reports or something like that in that range. It's You just don't see that in one day. That's what maybe you could possibly see in a week's time frame. Even on the best severe weather outbreaks, it's hard to see that within 1 week. Anyhow here, also another issue is going to be that we may not see enough most unstable capes set up for even an elevated threat. So right now, I would expect an elevated threat out of this system because of the timing. If we happen to get this to advance 6 hours earlier and come in a little bit faster, we could see a surface-based threat set up. And it would be a nice surface-based threat. It would be strong to severe thunderstorms, but right now the most we could see is strong thunderstorms. Now let's continue on to the Storm Prediction Center here. As you can see, it looks like to be a pretty active week. Thunderstorms, there's a small risk today back in the Midwest, back across parts of Kansas. And it's not really a big deal. It's really a small threat. Tornado threat, less than 2%. Hail threat, 15%. Wind threat, 5%. Let's continue on to the next day. You can see we have a couple areas here. Category slight risk. We got one here in Oklahoma and Texas. We got another here across Kentucky, southern Illinois, southern Indiana, southern Ohio. That is with the system for tomorrow. It could get a little bit interesting. Could be a mesoscale convective system trying to set up out of this. We'll just have to wait and see how that goes. And let's continue along to day 3. Day 3, we got the warm front here that's going to be surging north, and along that there is this probability of some severe weather. Right now it's a small probability. The bigger probability is back where that cold front's going to be. That cold front's going to be, this is for Sunday's time frame, that cold front's going to be sliding southeast and then coming into the Midwest, and then on the 4 to 8 day probability, there's already a threat out for the western portion of the Ohio Valley, right into Illinois. This is where the best chance for severe weather is. This is where the best chance for a moderate risk is. Now, come Monday evening, I don't see us having a slight risk. We could get a C-text area. It's way too early to even be talking about this, really, because we got to see how dynamics play out on the models. But as stated before, the moisture, there's not going to be much moisture with this. I do not like the low position, and the low is going to be much weaker than the last system. Now finally this morning I want to take a look at one last thing real quickly. That is the AO. The AO oscillation, as indicated by the models, look where it ended up here. It only ended up at 4.5 right now. That's where we are currently at. Last week at this time, the models were predicting that the AO index would be to around 6. Some had the 6, most had the 5 or slightly above 5. That never happened. We only got the 4.5. So that's almost half a point weaker than expected. It did not get as positive as it was supposed to. Therefore, that brings me concerns into the next warm-up. Some models are putting out 80 to 85 degrees. I just can't see us getting to 85 degrees right away. I could see us getting close to 80. We could make a run at 80 degrees. But right now, I think a safe call would be 77 to 79 degrees with isolated 80s just south of the area, south of the Mason-Dixon line, extreme southern New Jersey, and into Delaware. DC area, that's where you're going to see your 85 degree mark pop up. Now, I want to bring up one last point this morning, and that is, I was reading over some stuff. Just type it in Google. You can type in 2011 hurricane forecast. And I was amazed at some of the predictions that were coming up. Some of these crazy predictions, they're already predicting a 72% chance of a major U.S. landfall dramatically impacting the United States. That's like me saying on June 17th, there's going to be a 77% chance of a tornado. That's how crazy that is. Frankly, I just can't see how anyone can predict that this far out. It's kind of odd if you ask me. I mean, it's almost hyping and it's almost considered wish casting. I don't know. Maybe some people have a different opinion. I am not fully prepared to issue a hurricane outlook. That's not coming for another month to a month and a half. Some people on this site have been talking about hurricanes and they've been doing a great job with it. Anyhow, that's all I have for this morning. I'm getting ready to start my day now. Have a great day, Joe Vodvarka, liveweatherblogs.com.